Good morning, traders. Tepper here from the Chart Whisperer, back again with another analysis video. It is Tuesday morning. The London session is just about to get started. As you know, I've already marked the levels already, so we're just going to get right into today's trading day. Beginning with the Dow Jones, as usual, they haven't moved at all since call it Friday. They basically spent the whole day in consolidation, so I still have the same expectations. I expect them to continue for another level or two going down. Nasdaq, the same as well. We've had two levels of drop. They have pretty much consolidated yesterday as well. They closed a little bit higher than they opened. Another thing that I find interesting that they've kind of approached last month's high. So I still expect Nasdaq to continue with the downtrend for at least another level. GBP USD seems to have formed a peak here, peak formation low. Maybe they have anchored. I don't like that it's basically a one leg anchor. So it is possible that this could be a reset level. Maybe they go up there. I mean, maybe they've got up there, create another peak formation high, and then continue. With the longer term trend, the downtrend, as you can see there, the downtrend is still in play on the higher time frame. So they could very easily just stop on high, peak formation high, and then continue with price down. However, just based on the level count for the 1 hour, what we normally expect, I actually expect them to give us another level or two of rise. So maybe they'll give us a little stop hunt here and rise, or they'll come in, lock in the peak by maybe issuing a trap move by the lowest point at this current moment being Friday's low, and then give us a nice little anchor and continue with the uptrend for about two or three levels. Euro USD, just like I said, still similar to GBP USD from yesterday. They rose from this little level here, which could mean that this is our peak formation. So for now, unless they create a peak formation high, we're going to assume that this is our peak formation low. This is the anchor we'll be trading from for this week. So here I expect them to rise for another level or two. Continuing with the same trend, AUD USD, the same thing. I expect them to. They seem to have already made their peak formation low. Actually, it seems like they've anchored it quite clearly there. It seems like it's gonna hold. So I expect them to continue rising for another level or two, and then we'll take it from there. Well, at least for the rest of this week, and then we'll take it from there if they maybe want to reverse and continue the higher time frame trend, or if they're gonna complete the 3 day cycle here on the H1. USD CAD seems to have reversed. Would have been nice for us to get a trade there yesterday. As you can see, I was actually waiting for them to come up there. They didn't, but they've given us a nice little pullback. So I expect them to continue the downtrend. This looks like my peak formation. It's a two-leg peak formation, in fact. So I think maybe they'll continue downtrend for a level or two, since they have consolidated and very clearly locked in yesterday's peak formation, and yesterday's high also could mark the high of the week. Dollar Swiss franc, almost the same thing as USD CAD. They seem to have made their peak formation high. Similar to GBP USD, I'm not a fan that it was basically one leg. It would be nice to see them create a little stronger peak formation high. But they've already reversed from this price point. So if they were to make it all the way up there, it would probably mean that it's a reset and then we are buying from this level. So as it stands, this looks like they have made their first level of drop there. Excuse me. And I'm expecting them to continue for another two levels of drop. And then S&P 500 pulled off a little bit from the level they created from yesterday. They still it's still a two. They still have completed two levels of drop, and they basically used yesterday as a consolidation, even though they moved a little bit to the upside, causing a little could be a little bit confusing. I am still on my side expecting them to continue with a downtrend. They are basically missing a level going down, so I expect them to give us a little bit of a stop hunt and drop. And then we'll go back to the beginning of our watch list just so we can see where our positions could be coming for today. Dow Jones is pretty much the same thing as it was yesterday. I expect them to come off to this level. This is yesterday's high. Maybe there's a little bit of liquidity there. So if we get a nice stop hunt high and then drop for the day, that would be nice for us. Maybe even during New York session where we're most likely to get our positions. So we're just gonna monitor this point here. They could reverse off of this level, which is Friday's high. The only issue with Friday and Thursday's high, in fact, but the issue with this is that they're a little bit too close to the ADR. So if price was to move all the way up there, it would be very weird if they reverse from that level, or unlike them rather. Let's go to Nasdaq. Nasdaq again, pretty much the same thing. Here we're expecting to go short. We want to go short here. There's a very nice point of interest here being last month's high. They seem to have kind of respected it, seeing that they traded well below it for 2 days and consolidated. So I expect them to give us a nice little stop hunt there before we drop. Maybe even off of yesterday's high because they didn't want to get to last month's high, but preferably the trade would be if they were to give us a trap move that goes up there and closes somewhere in the initial high of the day region. In fact, this is a very nice place to take a position from. So if we get some sort of stop hunt, we'll definitely be looking to take trades there. And but make sure to join the link in the description. Click the link in the description and join the Telegram channel where we discuss these setups where I give updates as price moves on throughout the trading day. When they if they arrive at this price point, whether or not I'll be looking to take trades, whether or not there's anything of significance to us in terms of our expectations for the day. So just click the link there and follow with us. GBP USD, although I expect them to, for the most part, I'd prefer them to give us a stop hunt, low rise. Our points of interest are a little bit too close to the ADR there, so it's not likely that we'll be taking a position. I'm not even going to mark it there. It's likely that they're going to come down here, maybe even off of our psychological. What is this? I'm not even supposed resistance here. This is resistance, yes? Yes, from a psychological resistance, it would make complete sense if they came and stop hunt there and rise from there. Although it doesn't fall within the scope of our setups on our side, so we'll be sitting that out if that is the case. And you'll see that this kind of continues with the currency pairs. Same thing goes for Euro USD. There's no points of interest for us to trade from. If they come down here, I will always be monitoring, but I won't be taking any position because this is not a good area of liquidity in our case. AUD USD, same thing. Expect them to go up, but there's no place for us to buy from. As you can see there, our area of liquidity is a little bit too close. So we'll just be monitoring price for just so that we know that our direction is clear and then that our expectations are playing out, but we won't be really looking to take any long positions. Maybe short if they came out from this position and went straight there and gave a very compelling stop hunt. This could be a good reason to take a short position there. But unless that happens, we'll just be sitting out with AUD USD. And now we're going to see the inverse with USD CAD and USD Swiss franc. As you can see, we can't actually take a trade here. Our points of interest are all the way up there, and the ADR low. I mean, high is a little bit too close, so we'll just be monitoring it. But I think Canadian dollars finally ready to reverse based on how they consolidated here. It's a lot more clearer than they have been all along. But we'll just be monitoring it as like I've said, I can't take any trade there today. And then we move on to dollar Swiss franc. Like I said, pretty much the same thing. You look over here. I expect them to maybe stop hunt here and drop or even move down from this very region. What happens often is that they, not often, but sometimes they do reverse of the initial highs of the day. I don't personally trade from there, but it does have some sort of success. I know a few traders who have seen a lot of success trading that. So you could short from the Asian high, but again, not something that I will be doing. So it is likely that they could just continue to drop. We'll just keep watching, like I'm saying. And then finally, S&P 500, similar to Nasdaq and US 30, I expect them to drop with a nice little stop hunt. However, I don't think I'll be taking a position here, just judging by where yesterday's high is. It sits right there by Asia's high, so I'll just be monitoring. However, if they issue a nice clear, in this case, I would prefer a railroad track just like this, actually, this kind of setup. If we were to get this thing over here, happened right there above the initial as well as yesterday's high of the day and close below, I will almost definitely be taking a trade there. So I'll just be monitoring. For the most part, I'm not likely to take a position because they're so close to the points of interest. But if they do give us something, I'll definitely update in the Telegram channel, and I might take a trade. Not likely, but we'll see how that goes. Just again, follow us in the Telegram channel, and then we'll see if we can get anything there. And I suppose that is it for today. So as you can see, I'm basically only likely to trade the indices being US 30, Nasdaq, and S&P 500. Otherwise, we'll just be monitoring the currencies just so we know where we are in the cycle. And yeah, that's it for today. Please like the video, leave a comment if there's anything well you want to comment on, like the video, follow us, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.